Okay, so one of the important topic. So that will be the next level of processing. We are checking everything from the supplier portal level. So it's one of the important topic. Most of the times the client is using for an enhancement projects level. This supplier portal, suppliers related integrations, those things, right? Supplier portal is the next one. I'll show you where it is there. Yeah, here. Now, supplier portal. So before going to sourcing, you need to understanding the supplier portal. What are the privileges and what are the roles which is provided to the supplier? Logins. Okay. And how to create supplier portal, how to log in that supplier portal, how to make, okay, some transactional related acknowledgements from the supplier side. All these things will coming into the supplier portal level. Supplier portal. We will create one supplier. Okay. So we need to create one supplier. Supplier portal is nothing but, say for example, you are the implementation user. You have some login credentials, right? You have some login credentials. You will be logging your user and password. Same way, supplier also having some same URL, but he's also logging his username and password, but very restricted accesses and roles are associated to the supplier portal. Right? So let's go to supplier creation. So under the supplier creation, where it is coming, we will show that. So create supplier.
What is the difference between this registered supplier, supplier new, and create supplier?
That is a Redwood page. New, if anything is new, Redwood pages comes. If it is a registered supplier, I hope in the starting itself, the onboarding of suppliers, we have two types. One is for internal, one is for external. Maybe that topic is covered or not, I don't know. Supplier new means that is a Redwood page. Okay. You already know what is prospective and spend authorized. So I'm directly created. Nothing needs to explain over here. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask. So before asking, just refer for the supplier registration video. Right. Here I'm just want to be activated supplier portal where it is there from the application level. I just want to be activated over that and we can make the transaction, some transactions. So I'm not giving anything more than this. Let's go to the address. So this is address name and the country will be, I'm just giving. I'm just taking seeded addresses. Okay. So email address. Right. Save. Now go to the sites. And address must exist before creating this. Okay. It's already existed. Submit. Profile change request was submitted. It contains change to be required approvals. Select. It will take some time to approve. Okay. So we already know about that. We have a supplier approvals are there. There is a profile change request is pending for this. Okay. So once the address is created, it will take time to reflect it over on the site's level. That is the reason. Without address, the site cannot be created. An address already created. Wait, it is taking time. Yes, save or not deployed, you mark and deployed. Sort of.
got approved.
At site. Okay, what is the address name? We already created, right? If you associated, automatically site is also comes into the picture, Tata Hyderabad. Okay. And fine. Payments also okay. Now on the purchasing level, I'm not making any special things. We already know pay and receipt, pay and use also. Let's go to the site assignments. Click on here. So if you click on auto create, as per our previous profile changes, profile level, whatever the BU is there, automatically it is come. Then go to the context. Warning. What is this one? Site purchasing related communication. Don't have related communication and active site address is received. Okay. So let's go to the context. So now under the contact level, so you need to understanding the concept of supplier portal. If you click on plus button, okay. So what is the name? HYD is the first name and the last name is HYD. And the email address is already we have email address. And if you need to provide the fax or those things, that's optional. And the contact address is, so we have already address, right? We are associated same address. If you want to create new address, you can click on that. Here in the below, there is a create user account option is there. If you click on that, okay, obviously this is email requirement is there. Okay, we have already email. So if you want to provide any original emails, they will get it for the passwords and all those things. URL link, welcome, everything. Okay. Now you can see there is a roles automatically populated. There is a roles which is associated to the supplier. The roles is automatically populated. See what are the roles? Supplier self-service administrator, supplier sales representative, supplier product administrator, right? Supplier bidder, supplier customer service representative, demand planner. So planning related, supplier accounting receivable specialist. There is some custom role is associated somebody. Okay. So how these roles are automatically when I make the checkbox, automatically these roles are coming into the picture. How? Where is the condition? Where is the relation? Okay. So I'll show you. So if you want to remove some of, I don't have a demand planner, I don't have a planning method. Okay, my plan, I don't have a planning related. You just click on this, remove this. So supplier cannot be performing demand related. Supplier bidder is there. Bidder means negotiations. If he is participated for supplier bidder and making the responses on any bidding, then this role is the mandatory one. For every role, so this is account specialist, account receivable specialist who processing for the invoice related to the specific purchase orders, right? So these roles are especially for the supplier portal who need to performing for the different activities, right? So how that will be coming, I'll show you. The data access already by default, the data access is comes to a specific supplier. If you have a multiple sites, you want to be associated only for specific sites level, right? So you can provide the sites also. So up to now we have only one site, right? So if anybody interviewer is asking, I have a supplier portal, but supplier portal level only Tata Hyderabad site is applicable for the supplier portal, then you need to make the providing of access to here by using the supplier portal, right? If you click on complete supplier, supplier will get in the complete all the sites if multiple sites also be available. Then he is the administrative contact, this person. Okay, up to now we have only one contact, right? He's administrative person, just enable that checkbox. So after that, nothing needs to be more on this. Okay, so this is the one, if he is eligible for supplier portal or not. Just click on save and close. Save and close. So what is the username and password? We will see that. How username is generated, right? Now it is submitted, right? Just click on here. Oh, you cannot edit, not editing anything. Okay, let's submit directly. So user account checkbox is activated after profile changes are approved. Just submit. Now it is moving for approvals. So here online supplier registration is completed. Supplier user creation and role provisions are completed. Now we need to see what are the supplier portal related transactions. Before that, so I'm promising to you the relations of roles. Once you enable that checkbox, so where we will get that roles automatically. Okay, I'll show that. Here, go to the suppliers, under suppliers, click on here. Supplier registrations and purchase request. You can see manage supplier user roles. Manage supplier user roles. If you click on this, now you can see supplier bidder, supplier account receivable specialist, supplier customer service demand planner. How it is automatically comes? By default, from the supplier portal level, it is comes. If you don't want this, just this is sourcing level. Okay, default for sourcing level. Sourcing level next it is comes. Okay, you can see. So by the checkboxes, see supplier bidder, I don't want this. If you disable here, whenever the registration is comes from the supplier portal, this supplier bidder is not coming into the picture. Okay, if you disable this, okay, this is the place where we will get automatically defaulted for the supplier portal registrations, the roles. Okay, just save and close. The setup is manage supplier user roles. Okay, now log in with supplier portal. This is the supplier. Click on supplier. So how to find out that supplier login related details? Search with supplier. Okay, click on here. Go to the contacts. Now you can see user account is activated. So click on this. Okay, so what is the user account? See, Tata at Gmail is the user account. Okay, copy this. Copy this. So user account is this. So we don't know password, right? So how to change the password? Same. How we can change the password? Go to the security console, change this password. Otherwise you cannot log in it, right? So from here itself we can change it. The supplier is getting the notification for the email. Okay, URL links and everything. But up to now we are giving only dummy email. So if you are provided original email, Oracle is sending a lot of emails. So 2 minutes. So we need to close this. So user account. So search with username, Tata. Now you can see. Let's see, the roles are automatically populated over here. See supplier bidders. So actually supplier bidder, we removed it. But why it is comes, I don't know. Okay. Oh, supplier bid, not supplier bidder. Okay. Supplier planner, demand planner, we removed it. Correct. Okay. The party name is this, party number is this, supplier usage of supplier contact. It is active. Okay. And now click on reset passwords. So this is automatically created. It is comes automatically. Characters. Somebody is activated. The category is automatic password creations. Just want to disable that.
In the passport policy, we have the option for
This is just
Last checkbox.
default. Administrator can manually reset the password. See, somebody is giving conditions also. 2 characters, 4 characters. We'll see up to supplier login. Tomorrow we'll see one transaction. Source to pay transaction. Oh, okay. At least 8 characters, 1 number. So username is Tata Gmail. The password we already set it over that. Just copy this URL. Okay, now I'm logging with Gmail. So now I'm logging supplier portal. Same URL, same URL. There is no any separate URL, same URL. Let's how it is appears. So what are the access, limited accesses? So whenever you are getting this type of things, don't worry about that. Just click on home page. Okay. So under this, there is a very limited options. There is a very limited options. Don't have any lot of options. Just click on supplier portal. Click on here supplier portal. So as per the roles, whatever the roles which is provided to the suppliers, right? So these are the options which is coming, negotiation, orders. So ASN creations, ASN creation. Tomorrow we'll see for the ASN creation, agreements related, right? Receipt and returns, invoice, okay, contracts related, payments, contract deliveries, questionnaires, supplier qualifications, and company profile. These all are the options which is coming to the supplier portal. Now, the supplier, if any purchase order is coming on behalf of the suppliers, then immediately is going for here, right? Supply orders. Okay. Why it is coming back to Redwood and coming to back to classic base? So now you can search with orders by using the order number and search. And if you click on here, so every order related details are coming over here. Right. Tomorrow we will, not tomorrow, I'm not taking Monday, I will take this session. So we will see one supplier portal using the transactions, one purchase order. For the purchase order, especially from the negotiation or supplier qualification or one more is, what is that? Self-service procurement. All this we need a supplier portal. Okay, that is the reason I just want to be, I completed this supplier portal today itself. That's all from the supplier portal side. Tomorrow we'll see for the transaction side, how we will make the transaction by using the supplier portal. Even if supplier portal is there, you are the functional consultant, your duty is to explaining them how to use this supplier portal, because they are not a good experts in the fusion application, right? So as a functional consultant, we need to provide, you need to see the orders. If any negotiation, you will come over here, right? If you want to create invoice, just click on this. So this is the things you need to make the training to the suppliers who are take care about the administration for the supplier portal. Okay, that's a brief about the supplier portal. We'll see the next transactions.